Welcome all of you here once again in another session. Let's start it now. And before I start, let me just inform you of this super selection mania that I'll elaborate in the end. One can grab 2 times validity and 45% off using the code JEET. Let's go straight to the test. That was a good one. Had a couple of answers wrong. So as a teacher, if I got things wrong, I must say that was a good one. For a student, that must be confusing enough to get some questions wrong. I'll reduce the brightness so that it becomes clearer for you. It must be visible, but still. Okay, electricity is not here, so I have turned some lights off. Here we go. Fascinating goals. I don't know. I honestly didn't know what this goal is of another era, whatever the pronunciation is, gargoyles or whatever. Around the 13th century in European architecture with array of form and function. At first they were blank space as okay, so they are something like indispensable engineering trick projected from roofs. Okay, strange leaning created a siphon for rainwater. Okay, they are something which is engineered to protect rainwater, to protect the blank space of some. I wasn't aware of this also, so got one wrong. They evolved to become ornamental elements. Okay, they are ornamental elements also with a specific symbolic charge. Fine. So just a sec. Watching your comments. Yes, here we go. So these elements, blank space around the 13th century, they proceed around the 13, it should be in past tense. No, emerged, they came out of, but they were engineered. So, okay, issued by someone, pushed by someone, they came into existence. They emerged. Doubts, welcome. With a blank space array of, I'll say that's a collocation, words which are frequently put together, like we say a number of, the number of, a lot of, what should I say? The same one, majority of, 1/3 of, an extent array. No, it doesn't exist. A mass array, an extreme array, but we usually say a vast array of form and function. A collocation, a number of, the number of, a lot of, many, a great many, and such. So a vast variety of, a vast array of form and function, showing huge amount of something, vast array of form and function. Let me say collocation, words which are frequently put together. At first they were created like something because they were engineered, prepared, you can say, mapped, no mapping going on, tailored, suitable for something, but they were blank space, designed. When you say engineering, I think the most appropriate word for something which is engineered, created, is designed, because we don't have created in such. Now I got 2 wrong back to back. This one. The strange leaning blank space created a siphon. Creatures? No, I don't think so. Creatures should have been the answer, because we use creatures for living beings, in my opinion. And not wrong, but that's the foremost answer. There is another variation. Minions? No, they shouldn't be the minions. Minions are someone who follows someone, and we don't have anyone such. Organisms? No, they are not the human beings. They don't have life. They are not the living beings, let me say. No. I thought human beings, something which exists, should be a being. And humans are humans, so that should be a being in general. I clicked D, got wrong. It was creature. Then I recently checked in the dictionary, creature. Can we call creature for, I mean, non-living things also? Yes, especially those dangerous ones. So that was something to learn for me too. Similarly, the next one, since I wasn't aware of the meaning of edifice, so I thought you'd be protecting blank space the edifice. We protect something against someone, or we protect someone against something. That was my answer. Got this wrong straight because I wasn't aware of the meaning edifice. When I checked, it's a building. Oh, so it will be protecting the walls of the building against rainwater and all. Protecting the walls of the building. Edifice is a building. 2 wickets down for none. Okay, next. Doubts please, if any. Which department has prepared, just a sec, which department has prepared, that's the main verb. Let's eliminate options having any other verb form. Is preparing, impossible, that was present perfect. Was, impossible. Has been prepared, fine. Or has been prepared, fine. But the problem is, department has prepared disaster management plan. So the new subject should be the disaster management plan. By which department has the disaster management plan is the new subject? Department shouldn't be the new subject. So the answer. Just like who becomes by whom in the passive voice, which becomes by which, because there was the subject there. Doubts, please. After retiring from business, Mr. Sharma devoted much of his wealth to blank space. If you donate money, funding schools, obviously you are a philanthropist. Etymology, phil is to love. Phil is love, not to love. Anthropos, mankind, humankind. And the one who loves mankind should be doing charity works and funding schools and hospitals and such. So that's the answer for sure. Cartography is the study of maps. Archaeology, the antique ones. Archaeological department, I think all of us know. Can see in the description. Typography, through typing, not manual handwritten one. I clicked in 11 seconds, the topper clicked in 13 seconds. So yes, it deserves the actual amount of time. Philanthropy. Philanthropy, let me say, or philanthropist. Promoting the welfare of the others. Generous donations, charitable activities and all. Cartography, maps. Archaeology, history. Through excavations and all. Not social welfare activities. Typography, printed text rather than charitable contributions. Dealing with the arrangement and appearance of printed text rather than, so yep, that has to be philanthropy. Digital payments have, I got this wrong or right? Okay, digital payments have increasingly common worldwide. Fine. Governments are also encouraging cashless transactions, can be the next one as I thought. This shift has improved convenience for consumers and businesses. No objection. Smartphones and internet access have expanded rapidly in recent years. Sure. However, concerns about cybersecurity continue to grow. I thought, let me pick the keyword. That's the only negative option, negative sentence of the lot. Therefore, stronger security measures are essential. So for me, the only negative one, and that is showing some solution for that, S must be the last one. Last, no. Now, I took a lot of time, to be honest, to be precise for this one. Initially, I thought P can be the first one. Governments are also encouraging. I thought R could be the first one. Smartphones and internet access have expanded rapidly in recent years. Concluded by thinking, and I got this correct, that initially we mentioned such general statements, then we be specific and more specific and more specific. Smartphones and internet access have expanded rapidly. Governments are also, sorry, no, RP. Yes. Governments are also encouraging cashless transactions. This shift has improved convenience for consumers and businesses, for sure. I took a lot of time, to be honest. I took 107 seconds for this, and the topper got this wrong. In order to be precise, I took a lot of time. The topper must have answered probably this. That was also a difficult one. Got this wrong. 3 wrong. Those 2 in the close test and this particular one. Good one indeed. Subterranean. Okay. Sub always means like inspector, sub-inspector. Like main clause, principal clause, subordinate clause. Subterranean. Okay. Underground. I thought it shouldn't be submerged. That is only for water. I thought it should be in the abstract sense. So something which is subterranean is hidden, is secret. So I thought secluded should be the correct answer. But the answer was underground in its basic sense. I probably inferred a little extra, which I shouldn't have. Interior? No. Something which is interior should not be subterranean. Doubts and objections, welcome. The harbor master asked the deckhands whether they had secured the cargo nets before the tide turned. Okay. You say whether, I think of interrogative statements starting with auxiliaries. Did you? Possible. Have you? Possible. Do you? Possible. Do you? Present indefinite doesn't become past perfect. It should be either past indefinite that can become past perfect or present perfect that can become past perfect. Initially thought of clicking this, but that was a good test, as I've been saying. Initially thought of clicking this because present perfect becomes past perfect, past indefinite becomes past perfect. Then I realized, just a sec, the remaining 3 words belong to past. The tide turned. And both the options here, the tide turned, they are. Now, past indefinite makes sense with another past indefinite, connecting things in the time and tense consistent manner. But present perfect with a past indefinite doesn't make sense. So in my opinion, and I was correct, past indefinite with a past indefinite makes better choice. And that's correct. Would have got this wrong. Okay. I was checking if the topic got this correct or not. While preparing a historical documentary, the production team was denied access to government archives, original correspondence, and the only surviving eyewitness recording. Producer, the broadcaster still expects a thoroughly documented film within 6 weeks, but he was denied access to government archives, original correspondence, and eyewitness. How would he document in 6 weeks and all? They are asking to make bricks without straw. Oh, probably the same. If you don't have access to all these things, how would you make bricks without straw? They must replace documentary evidence with imaginative. No. Expected to complete a task without the necessary resources, as what the scenario of the sentence is. The team was denied access to government archives. If I deny access and tell you, you should do this, how would you do that? Okay, doubts, welcome. Okay, the chef mixed the ingredients in a large bowl. Bowl, all of us know. You may pronounce this bowl. It has been so controversial. If I'm not wrong, precise British English, it's bowl. Excuse me if I'm wrong. Okay. But a utensil I can say in simple words. The ceramic bowl, the same utensil. She placed the fruit inside the utensil. The glass utensil, a different one. The team hopes to win the championship this year. A number of terms behave differently when they are put in a technical concept, in a jargon manner. The first lag in a football match, not the lag we have. That was so close. Calling it, yes, you can mark in the options. Sure, sure, sure. In order to be unanimous, yes, we have to say that. If we be general, yes, we can mention this. Yes, yes. Unanimously. Remember this. Unanimously. Okay. Rough and unpleasant sound. Raucous, I think that's the pronunciation, means the same noise, disturbance, pandemonium, chaos. So I clicked it without checking the other options. Rapacious is aggressive. Ferocious, also the same shouting, another aggressive one. Venomous, having venom. Harsh sound, rough sound, raucous. If we think about spotting the error and satisfying options grammatically, it's impossible to put V1 after of the preposition. Impossible. No option can be satisfied. But that's not a descriptive paper, that's not a subjective paper. We have to pick out of those 4 options available. Let's pick contextually, not grammatically. So the principal decided to allude the issue. Allude is to hint to something, at something. Directly, instead of elude, which is to escape it during the meeting. Principal decided to blank space the issue directly. Let's skip it instead of elaborating it during the meeting. So I think they've been put opposite. The principal, just like as a teacher, I should say, although I'm not the one. Okay, let's not study this chapter. Let's skip it. Sir, how can you directly skip a chapter? You have to teach. You should teach. No, 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 like that. The principal decided to skip the issue, which is elude. So that should be at the first position. Nope, nope. Either A or D. Instead of mentioning it, referring to it, hinting at that, and this is to hint, refer to something, makes sense. No, 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 no. We can't put both the negatives together. The first one. Doubts, please, if any. God bless me for this. Any try? People who are live here. If I hadn't got those 3 wrong, I would have got 1 wrong here. Expurgate, remove material which is considered offensive from a movie, book, etc. Like censor. We have a censor board. Good evening, hey dear, Gopu. Abridge should not be. Annotations are marked, not removed. Now it should be redact or bowdlerize. Wanna give it a try? No, hey dear. Redact is to edit a document. It is to edit a document in general. I later on got the precise meanings of both. Wasn't sure about them honestly. Abridge is to shorten, not to remove the objectionable part from a movie, book, etc. No. Annotations are marked like I'm doing here, writing it here, writing it there. So that's the opposite of that. If you had asked the antonym, D should have been the answer. Now redact is to edit. This bowdlerize is to mean the same. Remove the sensitive part from a movie, book, etc. Fortunately got this right. Fortunately. Okay. Not spelled. Class, classify, classification, allotment. Segregate is not double G. No. It is just one single G. So that has to be correct. The incorrect one. Assort is correct. So is assortment, allotment. Segregate. Separate, but with a single G, not double G. The teacher asked the students to blank space the details. For me, it was as simple as when we were in first or second standard. Hey, fill in the blanks. We always fill in the blanks. So is the same case here. So fill out, fill up. A fill up may be a noun itself. Fillers, fill ups, I'm sure you have witnessed. But we needed that. Fill in the blanks. No over. Your suggestion and command, antonym of command. Hey, that's my command. You should do this. You are commanded to go there. Charge should be the same. Bid, we bid farewell. Not at all related. Beginning, it's not the end. But I order you, that's my command. That's my request. Straight antonym. Go on a wild goose chase. The options were tricky for this particular one also. A wild goose doesn't exist. So for something that doesn't exist, if you keep on doing that, chasing that, it'll be a futile search. Worthless. Result, no result. Producing no result. Wild goose chase. Flogging a dead horse and such. Okay. To engage in a verbal fight? No. To do something pointless? Yes. I was about to click this one. Then to alternate between? No. Giving time or energy to something that is ended or over? The answer should be giving time or energy to something pointless, to do something pointless. And I thought giving time and energy, that is also precise, but not to something which is ended or over, something which is nonsense, which doesn't exist, or is not going to produce any result. Hardly had the meeting begun, okay, remember, hardly, barely, scarcely, then impossible, followed by when. So when the members realized several important documents were missing, no objection. If you say B, no objection, were missing, then that's dropped, that's dropped. Now either AC or AD. And they were missing from the files. The camera went off. Excuse me, please. I forgot to change the battery. The previous one, wild goose chase, yes, that's an idiom. The previous one, wild goose chase, yes, that's an idiom. So hardly had the meeting begun when documents were missing from the files submitted earlier in the day. It seems good to me. And when you think C is good or correct, dropped. That has to be the answer. We don't have the fifth option. Let's click it first. Documents were missing from the files submitted earlier in the day. In the board submitted, not in my opinion it should be submitted to the board. You submit something to someone. All in all, that's the odd one out. That's out of elimination. After stress testing the portfolio against simultaneous market shocks, the actuary recommended blank space 8% increase and 8% because the pronunciation is 8. You're not defining it further. The increase, which was marked by someone or something, there should be an article at a speed of, at an increase of, but 8, a vowel sound, vowel letter also, so an 8% increase. Future, she has stolen in future. She had past perfect. She stole past indefinite. Answer. Because that's future, she will. She steals present indefinite. Select the one that doesn't have a spelling error. Okay. Travel opens the door to new experiences and cultures with a double L that has an error. Education is a lifelong journey that goes beyond classrooms seems all correct to me. Sports unite fans and players in the excitement, EXCI. All of us know. History reveals, that's not the spelling of reveals, it's reveal. That's reveal, REVEAL. Wrong, 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 correct. Doubts, please, if any. Please light the candles. Okay, so we are lighting the candles, igniting them that way. The lantern gave off a soft light, the same light, intensity and impact of light and all. The bright light, the same. They would light the candles exactly the same. But my shoes I bought yesterday and they are so light. They don't have weight. They are not heavy. The opposite of heavy. The bag felt light after the books were removed. No sense of eliminating. Last. Correct spelling for concept related to the long-term maintenance. Done. 23, done. 24, done. Sure. Last. Maintenance of resources. Sustain. Sustainability seems perfect to me and is. No, that's correct. Sure. That's all I had from my side. Thank you so much for being here. No, for English, I'd say 15 minutes are perfect. You can finish the test in 12 minutes or a max of 14. So 15, excuse me, in my opinion is perfect. Finishing things now. And before I finish, informing you of two things. At Oliveboard, each and every test is available with sectional timer, something we are discussing. Make use of that. And if you wish to be here, most welcome. Can opt for any of these, SSC Lite, Elite, Super Elite or SSC plus Railways Elite, and we have an offer. The Super Sale, one can use the code SUPER to get flat 45% off and 2 times validity. Flat 45% off and 2 times validity on any subscription. What's included, what's not is clearly mentioned. We suggest Super Elite, in which you get access to all the running courses, upcoming courses for CGL, for CHSL, for CPO, for MTS or other SSC examinations with 2000 plus tests, mocks, PYQs, SSC Super Practice Kit and everything in the SSC stream. And if you are preparing for SSC and Railway examinations together, can opt for SSC plus Railways Super Elite, will get access to everything in the SSC stream in the Railway stream. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care. Be safe. See you pretty soon. Tomorrow at the same time here. No problem extraordinary. Then see you at the Hinglish medium channel in a minute then. That's the English medium one. Okay. See you. Take care. Be safe. Thank you. Gopu. Thanks a lot.